begin with a prelim in the UFC Women's Strawweight Division. First athlete to the stage is Stella Nunes. And her opponent, please welcome Jasmine Howargy. Jasmine Howargy versus Estella Nunes. All right, next prelim comes your way in the UFC featherweight division. First fighter to the stage, making his UFC debut here tomorrow night, Francis Marshall. And his opponent, please welcome Marcelo Rojo. Marcelo Pitbull Rojo versus Francis Fire Marshall. All right, next up in the UFC's lightweight division. First fighter to the stage out of Tijuana, Mexico, Renato Valdez. And his opponent is Lethal Natan Levy. Lethal Natan Levy versus Renato Rayadito Valdez. All right, back out of the featherweight division. First fighter to the stage, Jonathan JSP Pierce. And his opponent set to make his 27th UFC appearance, Darren the Damage Elkins. Darren the Damage Elkins versus Jonathan JSP Pierce. All right, moving on now, should be a good one in the UFC lightweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a hand for Mark Chikasi? And his opponent, UFC fight number 27 for Michael the Menace Johnson. Michael the Menace Johnson versus Mark Bone Crusher Chikasi. All right, next prelim also in the lightweight division. First fighter to the stage is Scott Holtzman. And his opponent set for his 34th UFC appearance, Clay the Carpenter Guida. Clay the Carpenter Guida versus Scott Hot Sauce Holtzman. All right, next up in the women's strawweight division. First fighter to the stage, 13th ranked in the strawweight division, Emily Duke Cody. And her opponent, the 12th ranked strawweight in the world, Angela Overkill Hill. Angela Overkill Hill versus Emily Gordina Duke Cody. All right, that brings us to the featured prelim in the UFC's welterweight division. First fighter to the stage, repping Orlando, Florida, USA, Phil Rowe. And now introducing his opponent out of Cape Coral, Florida, Nico the Hybrid Price. Oh! Nico the Hybrid Price versus Phil the Fresh Prince Rowe. All right, that brings us to the main card for UFC Fight Night. Thompson versus Holland. First out of the shoot in the middleweight division, Kyle Dawkins. And his opponent, your boy Eric Anders. Your boy Eric Anders versus Kyle Dawkins. All right, next main card matchup also in the middleweight division. First fighter to the stage, Roman Dolidze. And his opponent is the 8th ranked middleweight in the world, Jack the Joker Hermansson. Jack the Joker Hermansson versus Roman Dolidze. And that brings us to the lone heavyweight matchup on the card. First fighter to the stage, number 5 in the world, Sergey Pavlovich. And his opponent, the number 4 ranked heavyweight contender, Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa. Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa versus Sergey Pavlovich. All right, now a featured bout in the men's flyweight division. First fighter to the stage, number 7 in the world in the flyweight division, Matt Schnell. And his opponent, number 6 in the world, Mateus Nicolau. Mateus Nicolau versus Matt Danger Schnell. All right, now to the co-main event in the UFC's welterweight division. First fighter to the stage, the former undisputed UFC lightweight champion, Rafael Dos Anjos. And his opponent has had a big 2022. Please welcome Brian Bam Bam Barberina. Brian Bam Bam Barberina versus Rafael Dos Anjos. All right, folks, here we go with the main event. First fighter to the stage, Kevin Trailblazer Holland. And his opponent is a former 2-time world title challenger, the number 6 ranked contender, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Orlando. Appreciate the noise. Thank you all for coming out. One more sleep. We'll see you tomorrow night for UFC Fight Night. Thompson versus Holland.